This is Francesca. She's 6 years old and 10 months. All right. So Francesca, you're just gonna show me how good you are at writing, because I know you're awesome at it, right? Okay.
So I guess the right word?
Yeah, so you're gonna take this pen and you only get one try and there's no erasing. So keep the booklet straight in front of you and don't tilt it. You just do your best on both the easy and the hard ones and don't skip any. When asked to do so, please turn the page from the top to begin. So you're going to start with these three. So you're just going to copy what you see up here, down here. And try not to tilt the page. Nice. Perfect. Good. Oh my gosh, did you do this before? You're perfect. Nice. Just do your best. Try not to tilt the paper.
Why?
There you go.
Why?
It's okay. That was awesome. See? You're doing good. Just keep doing your best.
Of course this is going to be.
Well, you're so smart.
Oh gosh, I don't know how to make diamonds.
Good job. All right, great job. That was good. How you feel? Aced it? All right, now we're gonna do some more drawing, but you're gonna use this red pen. Do you like the color red?
Not really. I like blue and pink and purple the best.
Yeah. Yeah, red's not my favorite either. All right, so I'm gonna give you a piece of paper, and I'm gonna give you the instructions, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, so easy.
Whoa, wait.
Too easy. All you gotta do is draw through there, get to the car, and then get to the end.
You're very smart. Okay, so you're gonna draw a line on the path from the car to the house.
No.
Take your time and try to stay inside the lines. Ready? You can start.
It's already easy. It's not even like a maze. Why is it not a maze?
Oh, and a little smiley face. You're so cute. All right, now draw a line on this path from the car to the house and take your time and try and stay in the lines. You can start. Just do your best. Keep going. just got to take your time.
I am.
You're doing a really good job.
But it's kind of hard seeing a little tiny line.
Yeah. That one's a lot smaller than the other one.
I'm just going to do that. Like that.
All right, great job. Oh, I like the star. That was a good one. All right.
I learned that to make stars on the first day of first grade.
You did? They taught you that
No, I just learned it.
all by yourself?
Yeah, I saw a girl do it and then I copied it.
Wow, good for you. You're so smart. All right. Now for this one, take your time and draw straight lines to connect the dots. Keep the pencil on the paper,
I will connect the dots.
but you have to keep the pencil on the paper. You can't lift it up from the paper.
What?
So you just got to start here and then go all the way through. Try not to lift your pencil up.
Why? I can't.
You can do it. Ah, see? You said you
Wait.
couldn't. Oh, what's your finish? Which one are we going to do now? 2 stars. Oh my gosh. You must have did extra good on that one.
Why are you whipping things out of the book?
They gave us this little booklet to use. All right. Now, I'm going to fold this corner right on the line.
Okay.
So I'm going to just go like this. All right. Now you try it. Fold the other 3 corners of the line on the line. All 3. Nice.
Wait a minute, you have to fold the middle.
Yeah, now you're going to fold right on this line, right in the middle. Close it like a sandwich. Like this way.
I don't know.
You're going to fold on the line here.
This is hard. Like this. Like a treasure map.
Okay. Thank you.
Like that?
And now...
I can do
Good
it over
job.
again.
Okay. Now you're just going to do a simple jumping jack, Francesca. Look at me. You're going to do just like this. Okay, ready? Okay, let's see it. Good job. All right, all done. A few minutes of catch. Ready? Do you play catch with Gianluca a lot? Yeah. Who's better, you or Gianluca? Whoa! Oh no! Oof, it's your necklace. Keeps hitting my rings. You hear the sound? Nice. Alright, Francesca, now you're going to do kind of like a Superman position. You're going to lay on your tummy and hold up like this for as long as you can, okay?
Okay.
Let's see that Superman. Good job. So whenever you get tired, you could stop. Push, push, push. Good job. All right, you can stop. All right. Now sit across from me right here. Oh, you got too far. Why'd you go so far away? All right, sit crisscross applesauce. All right, ready? Now copy me. Perfect. Good job. Well, what are we making? So,
Slime!
since Halloween's coming up, we're making monster stew.
And now I'm putting in
So first you're going to put in the clear glue. Squeeze it all in there. Blech. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Ooh. Ooh. We could leave this out for the monsters on Halloween.
Ew, no! I want to play with it.
Oh, it's for you? The little monster?
Oh. Ew, it's clumpy.
Yeah. Well, those are just air bubbles. That's okay. Alright, you all done?
Yep.
Alright,
Let
put
me
it to the
just check
side.
if there's any more. There you go. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think there's any more.
Yeah, I don't think so either. We'll move this so Mommy doesn't get mad. Alright, next step. Glow in the dark glitter glue.
And it's gonna go.
Yeah, so the monsters can see it.
There is no such thing as monsters.
Aren't you a little monster?
Ooh.
Whoa! That one's cool.
Look at it.
Oh, I think I got some of my hair.
Ew. Hey, come on.
Keep squeezing.
I want to cover up the clear.
I don't know if you'll get all the clear. That's why I bought 2.
Ooh, it's sinking into the clear.
It's pretty though. Oh, that was a good one. Maybe go like this. Shake it up. Shake, shake, shake. Ooh.
Yeah, oh.
Ooh, that one has a bubble.
I'm gonna try that again. Oh, I can't do it again. Oh, it's popping.
Might
I'm gonna
be
pop
just
it.
about done.
I'm gonna pop it.
Oh, you did it.
Wait, there's still more. I can see it.
Yeah, I think it's just coated on the outside. I don't know if you're going to get all of it out.
I think I am. I'm just gonna try my best.
Yep, that's all you can do. The monster. Oh, no. That's okay. You're going to be mushing with your hands anyway.
Yeah. Ew, why can we not use a spoon?
You want a spoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Keep working on that, and when you're ready, use the second one, okay?
Okay, where are you going?
So get you a spoon.
And before we mix it, can I wash my hands?
Yeah.
I don't really.
We can pause it, the movie.
Okay, I think that might be it. Let me just.
Or do you want a paper towel?
No. So I'm gonna go wash my hands.
Oh, wait, we're not done yet.
Oh,
We got
but I
another
can't
one.
open it.
Oh, here, I'll open it for
I
you.
have slimy hands.
Slimy hands.
Let's see.
I'm making you do so much work
Whoa!
today. How'd you get it all over you?
Oh no, it's on the container.
It's all over.
Like that on the ball.
That's smart. Good idea. This glue makes funny sounds.
On my hands.
Perfect. Don't get it too close.
I'm not.
Ew.
Frosting.
But you can't eat it. Yuck.
I never made slime ever.
I can't believe it.
Nobody would ever let me. I don't know why. I asked my mom and she told me no.
She said no.
I only Santa gave me unicorn poop slime, but it wasn't really
Unicorn poop slime?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
I made like a little slime, but not like a giant slime before.
Giant slime?
Yeah, I like giant slime better. Because then you can make bubbles with it.
Yeah, lots of bubbles.
Yeah, and that's fun. I wanted to do that. I have this little slime, but it doesn't even work and it doesn't make bubbles.
Oh, man.
But it's still fun to play with. And
Yeah.
it's blue with
Ooh.
sparkles in it.
Ooh.
It was a mystery surprise.
And you got blue sparkles?
Yeah, and I wanted that. I thought I'll get like an ugly green color. Or like
Hey,
a
this
yellow.
is green.
No, it's white.
White?
Yeah.
But it goes in the dark.
But you don't know which color it's going to be.
Mmm.
I
True.
think that's it.
All done?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
I'm going to go wash my hands.
But we have one more glue. Do you
Really?
want to finish? Yeah. Then we're
Okay.
going to do a little squirt, just a squirt of this glue.
Okay. Just a squirt.
Just a squirt.
Wait, with the cap on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just a little dabble. Perfect. I think that's about good.
I'm going to show the bowl. That's
Ta-da!
what it all looks like. And there's just a tad of white right there.
Alright, you want to wash your hands?
Yeah.
Before we mix in the other stuff?
See you in a minute.
Okay.
We're back.
Well, now we have one last ingredient
Yep.
in the little kitty cat bucket.
Yep, it's brand new. So now I'm just going to
Pour it in. Oh.
like...
Perfect.
And we have a wooden spoon thing.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes, ma'am. Let's see it.
Oh. Ew, it's already turning into slime.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Ew, it's clumpy.
Yeah.
Don't ever put shaving cream in slime.
Shaving cream?
It turns into sheep.
Oh, jeez.
That's it.
That's wild.
Yeah, it just turns into shaving cream. Me and my friend tried it 2 times, and it didn't even work.
Oh my
Tried
gosh.
it to shaving cream.
Here, I'll hold
Ew,
it.
it's clumpy. Wait, is it ready yet?
No, I think you gotta mix it in until all the water is gone.
No, that's not gonna happen yet.
You can use your hands if you want.
No, I'm gonna get messy. Ugh.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna show them.
Show everyone.
It's gooey.
Gooey, gooey, gooey.
Ew, there's the white. The white's. Ew, there's
Oh
more.
yeah, there's a little white spot.
When's it gonna be done? I just wanna play with it. Mix it, mix it.
Hey, you want me to use my hands?
No,
Mix it up.
don't do that. It's gonna yuck. Stop doing that.
I think you have to mix it all together. Mix it in.
Okay, I'm trying, but you're putting your hand. It's almost gone.
It is almost gone. You did a good job mixing.
Mix it, mix it, mix it. Is it good? I don't see any more.
Yeah, I don't see any more liquid. It's a little bit wet, but it's perfect.
Should we get it out?
Do you want to mix in some secret ingredients?
What is it? No!
Yucky bugs.
No!
You don't want to put them in?
No.
No? Okay, we'll keep it separate. Maybe John Luca would like some buggies.
But you're gonna say sparkles.
I wish.
Let's just mix it a little more, because it's kind of clumpy.
Yeah.
And it's not supposed to be clumpy.
Which bucket do you want to put it in?
I don't need a bucket.
You don't want a bucket? No? You want to keep it in this bowl?
When can we touch it and play with it?
You can play with it now.
Really? I can take it out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, that's why I wanted to put it in the bucket, so you can play with it.
Yeah, but how are you gonna make bubbles?
You could smush it in.
Yeah, that's not how you make the bubbles.
Ooh.
There's different ways. Is that right?
Yeah, it's perfect. Ooh.
It's perfect. Wait.
All right, good job making it. You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lime.
All
No,
right.
it isn't.
Do you want to say goodbye to everyone?
Wait, I want to make a bubble
Okay.
before we shut it.
So watching over the video, I felt like that doing the standardized assessment was really awkward. I was focusing on the booklet, what the booklet told me to say, and wasn't able to get very good rapport with the child. Luckily, I know this child really well, so it ended up being better as the assessment went on. I also felt like I was being really cautious of what I was saying, trying not to mess with the standardized part of the assessment. I didn't want to encourage her too much or give any cues that wasn't on the booklet. I also did not want to encourage her too much or distract her. I really was just trying to focus on not ruining the standardized piece of the assessment. I think that more practice with the standardized assessments would be helpful and it would make it become more fluid instead of how I felt it was robotic. In the beginning, I was nervous administering the tests, and I felt like I got more into it and more comfortable when we started doing the activity. If I were to redo it, I would want to be more comfortable and confident in my abilities. I've always struggled with my confidence, especially during assessments, and I think that makes the child feel less confident and comfortable, so I want to seriously work on that and improve. But throughout the activity, Francesca was really well behaved and listened to all the directions I gave. She's a really well behaved child, so I was really lucky to do this assessment on her because it was foreign to me, so it made me feel more comfortable as well. During the slime activity, she didn't want to mix the slime with her hands, so I had to adapt that and give her a spoon. So that kind of made me think that she has some sensory issues going on, and it might be something I want to keep an eye on. Knowing her, she's also a very bit picky eater, so that could affect her occupations. Well, it is affecting her occupations. But after the slime was made, and it wasn't really sticking to her hands anymore, she was playing with it, which is good. But when it was sticking to her hands, she wanted to wash her hands, and even when we were doing the glue, I had to pause the assessment in order for her to wash her hands. So for the errors, for item 4 of the bot assessment, Francesca went backwards from the house to the car and then started drawing in segments to fill in the line. I wasn't sure if I should correct her, and since it is an assessment, I figured that correcting her was the wrong thing to do. So I didn't say anything, but I maybe could have been more clear on the instructions that I gave her. I'm not really sure. But if I was allowed to give her more instructions, I'm not sure about that. But this for the same part, I also think that she turned the paper more than 45 degrees, but that was my fault because I didn't tell her that she wasn't allowed to turn the paper. So if I were to redo it, I would remember to say that to try to keep the paper as straight as possible. I know I said it for the VMI, but I didn't say it for the bot. For item 6, of the bot assessment, Francesca started rolling up the paper when I asked her to fold it down the middle line, and she started to roll it up, and she said it looked like a treasure map. I wasn't sure if I could correct her again or give her any other verbal cues, so I just let her continue to roll the paper, which I think is the right thing to do, especially for an assessment. But maybe I could have been more clear on the directions, but I just read off the booklet, so I wasn't sure about that. And then, but that talking to Heather, she also said that that might be part of her sensory issues, so I think that was really interesting to watch. And then when I told Francesca to do jumping jacks, I didn't specify that she needed to continue doing them on camera, but I told her off camera, so I got a little confused. I told her to continue doing as many she can, but it wasn't recorded. So that's why she did them until I said stop, but I didn't actually say it when it was recording. And then when she was doing prone extension, I did not time the 30 seconds when I should have. And then when doing the deodadokinesis, I should have her do each separate hand first and then do them both together, but I just did them both together. So for the activity analysis, the activity was making slime, It took approximately 10 minutes. It was only one session. So for the environment, I had her sit on a chair at a table, and I placed the materials on the table, all around the table, and you need the lights on to see everything. So just a little description. The participant will follow verbal instructions from the therapist on how to complete the task. The therapist hands the participant the ingredients as needed and guides them through completing the activity. Some of the ingredients are measured out and some of them were not. The containers are not open so the participant must open each of the containers to fill the bowl. The participant must be able to follow verbal instructions. So the appropriateness of this activity, it's good for both sexes and any age above 3. It's safe to play with, it doesn't create a mess, and the child was really excited about completing the activity. I work in a daycare, so I know a lot of kids get excited about slime. It's a really big thing right now. So for preparation, I arranged a large bowl in front of the child and had the ingredients off to the side near the therapist. So I handed her the ingredients one by one. I arranged 2 seats next to each other by a table, and I had a spoon and a paper towel present, and I measured out the amount of starch needed and placed it in a cup rather than having her measure out the starch. So precautions for this activity, don't ingest the slime. Probably wear clothes that you don't mind getting dirty just in case it does get a little messy. And use a table with a cloth on it, without a cloth on it. Like she had a glass table so nothing stuck to it, so it was good. So the requirements for this activity, physically she needed to be able to sit in a chair, so she needs balance and posture. She needs to be able to hear verbal cues, good hearing. She needed to use both of her hands, so it was bilateral manipulation. For fine motor, she needed to open the caps. Gross motor, she requires squeezing the bottle, so strength and endurance. Sensation, there's a lot of sensory input with the slime, which obviously she had a little bit of trouble with because she didn't want to mix it. You need upper body range of motion, and it was intended for the child to mix the slime using her hands with bilateral manipulation, so it would have been just mushing it together. But instead, she mixed the slime with a spoon, which requires bilateral use of her arms again, but one was mixing and the other was stabilizing the bowl. So she needs the motor planning for that and sequencing of the instructions, sequencing a complex task. So for cognitive, she needed to understand verbal instructions. She showed imagination for what the slime is used for. We kept calling it monster stew. And then she also needed to follow the verbal instructions. So for psychological, she needed attention to task, motivation to complete the activity. She needed some sort of play skills, imagination again, creativity, and she needed to realize that there was going to be an end product. She knew that mixing these ingredients together would make the end product. For interpersonal, it could be one-on-one or in a group. It's not competitive. The discussion can be unstructured, except for when giving verbal instructions. She needs to follow the verbal instructions, and she had social interaction with the therapist. So to grade up, I could just give her written instructions and just the ingredients without measuring them out for her. So she would have to read that off and do it herself. And to grade it down, I would have gave her everything measured out in a bowl so that she needed to just dump the bowls into the bigger bowl, and then I could have gave her verbal instructions again. So I didn't measure out the glue or anything for her, but I did measure out the starch. So I graded it down already for her, but it was mostly because I didn't want her to make a mess. So for the scoring, for the VMI, she got a raw score of 20. She got a standard score of 104, and her percentile score was approximately a 63. The raw score of 20 in the booklet was given the average age range of 7.6. And to repeat myself, Francesca is 6.10. So this information tells me that she's above average within one standard deviation of the norm. So that was really good. For the bot item 3, there was 3 errors. For the bot item 4, there was 5 errors. For the bot item 5, she got a score of 12. For the bot item 6, she got a 7. And I think this was the folding paper part, so again, her sensory might have had something to do with that, but I wouldn't know until further testing if she could imitate me, because that was the part without imitation. And then item 2, jumping jacks, she did really well, so she did all 5. For the bot, I was unable to get the transparent sheet. I think there's only one going around, so I wasn't able to get my hands on it, but I eyeballed it and did the best that I could to score it. And that is all. Thank you for watching.